morning, students. Welcome back to the physics class. Today we are going to start a new chapter, electricity. So now we should discuss about this chapter. Okay. So electricity. About this electricity, you already learned so many things in your lower classes. Okay, so usually electricity we are using anywhere, like in our homes, schools, cinema theaters, shopping malls, anywhere we can use this electricity. Correct. But here we are going to learn how the electricity will be produced. What is the formula of electricity? Like this, we can learn so many things related to this electricity. Okay, so before going to the topic, just I would like to give some explanation about materials. Actually, types of materials. Okay, before going to the topic, I would like to give explanation about types of materials. Just for our convenience purpose, we have to understand easily. Okay, so what is that? Materials. Usually these materials are three types. Materials are three types. That is conductors, next one semiconductors, and last one is insulators. Conductors, semiconductors, and the last one insulators. These are the types of the materials. Okay, so in conductors, which type of materials we should call as conductor, which type of materials we should call as semiconductors, and which type of materials we should call as insulators, now we should find. Which type of materials we should call conductor means the materials having more number of electrons. The materials having more number of electrons. That type of materials we should call as the conductors. So which type of materials having more number of electrons, that materials we should call as the conductors. So here conductors having more electrons. More electrons. Okay. Which type of materials having less number of electrons, less number of electrons, that materials we should call as a semiconductors. So what is that? Less number of electrons. And insulators means which type of materials does not having electrons, the type of materials we should call as the insulators. So in insulators, no electrons. Conductors, more electrons. Semiconductors, less electrons. Insulators, number of electrons. No electrons. Okay. So in conductors having more electrons, so conductors will produce electricity more. So conductors will produce electricity more. Produce more electricity. More electricity. The semiconductors having less number of electrons, so the semiconductors will produce less electricity. And these insulators does not having any electrons. These insulators does not having any electrons. So in insulators does not produce current. Does not produce current. Okay, so conductors having more number of electrons, so because of that more number of electrons, these conductors will produce more electricity. Semiconductors having less number of electrons, because of that less number of electrons, these semiconductors will be produce less amount of electricity. So insulators does not having any type of electrons, so insulators does not having an electron, so insulators does not produce electricity. Okay, so this is the explanation about the types of materials. So usually in our topics, in our chapter, in current electricity lesson, we won't use the semiconductors, we won't use in insulators, we will use in conductors, because these conductors are producing electricity, high electricity. Okay, in our chapter we are not using semiconductors and insulators, we are going to use conductors. Okay, these conductors we are going to use. Okay, next concept is electric current. Next concept is electric current. Now, how the electric current will be produced, we'll see now. How the electric current will be produced, we'll see now. Please see. Electric current, the motion of electrons through a conductor. The motion of electrons through a conductor will produce electricity. The motion of electrons through a conductor will produce electricity. So who is producing the electrons? Who is producing the electricity? Electrons through a conductor. So here, who is producing electricity? Electrons. Motion of electrons through a conductor. Okay, so the motion of electrons through a conductor will produce electricity. That means I already told you conductors having more number of electrons. Before itself I told you, compared to semiconductors and insulators, conductors having more number of electrons. So just this is the conductor. This conductor having more number of electrons. Remember, electrons always having negative charge. Electrons always have negative charge. So that negative charge we should call as electric charge. Electrons always having negative charge. Negative charge we should call as the electric charge. Okay, and always we have to denote the electron. Always we have to denote the electron, means we can denote like this. Either like this, otherwise like this. We can denote the electron always two ways, like this. We can denote E power minus, otherwise minus whole set. Okay, so these electrons having negative charge always, this negative charge is nothing but a electric charge. So according to our definition, the motion of electrons through a conductor, this is the conductor. I already told you conductor having more number of electrons. So just denote the electrons. So these are the electrons. When these electrons are moving through a conductor, produce electricity. Whenever these electrons are moving through a conductor, electricity is produced. I hope you understood. about this definition, how the electricity is produced. Okay, so this is the conductor, these are the electrons. Whenever these electrons are moving, that time these electrons are producing electricity. Okay, now next one is battery is the source of electric current. Battery is the source of electricity. Battery is the source of electricity. Source means what? Who is giving the electricity? That is the source. In the optics chapter, second lesson, I told you sun is a source of light. Sun is source of light. Why we are calling sun is source of light? Because sun is giving light. Sun is producing light. Sun is giving light. So we are calling sun is the source of light. Like that here also, battery is the source of electricity. Why we are calling source? Battery is the source of electricity. Why we are calling means this battery is giving the electricity. Okay, this battery is giving the electricity. Usually battery having two terminals. One is a positive terminal and one is the negative terminal. I will draw here, see. This is the battery. I already told you battery having two ends, two terminals. Two terminals. What is that? One is a positive terminal, one is a negative terminal. So this is the positive terminal. We are indicating positive terminal as plus symbol. Positive terminal, and we can indicate negative terminal as minus. Negative terminal. Negative terminal. Negative terminal as minus. This is the actual structure of the battery. Battery having two ends. One is a positive terminal and another one is a negative terminal. Positive terminal we can denote as the plus symbol. Negative terminal we can denote as the minus symbol. Okay. So I already told you this battery is the source of the electricity. Correct. So now what I am doing is, this is the battery. Correct. Now I am connecting one electrical wire. I am connecting one electrical wire. So whenever we are connecting electrical wire to the battery, whenever we are connecting electrical wire to the battery, the electrons will be flows from positive terminal to negative terminal. This battery having an electrons, correct? More number of electrons. So whenever we are connecting electric wire to the battery, all the electrons will flows from positive terminal to negative terminal. Positive terminal to negative terminal. Okay, please remember this point. Whenever an electrical wire is connected to the battery, all the electrons will be flows from positive terminal to negative terminal. Why, master, why these electrons are moving positive terminal to negative terminal only? Means that is a standard procedure. That is a standard procedure. How I will give you, I will tell you one example. Suppose this is the hill. This one is the hill. So usually rain is falling. Rain is falling on the hill. So when the rain is falling on the hill, water will flows from high top of the hill to ground, correct? When the rain is falling on the hill, the water, rainwater will flows top of the hills to ground. That means water, always water will flows from higher places to lower places. Always water will flows from higher places to lower places, correct? Higher places to lower places. Like that, here also, whenever an electric wire is connected to the circuit, all the electrons will flow from positive terminal to negative terminal. I hope you understood this. Please remember, always electrons will flow from negative terminal of the battery to positive terminal of the positive terminal of the battery to negative terminal of the battery. Electrons flows positive terminal of the battery to negative terminal of the battery. Like water will flows from higher places to lower places. Higher places to lower places. Okay. Now, so this is the second point about electric current. Okay. Now we should discuss about the definition of the electric current. Now we'll see the definition of the electric current. We should discuss now definition of the electric current. So that one is, it is defined as rate of flow of charges in a conductor. Rate of flow of charges in a conductor. So you know already, flow of charges in a conductor means what? Flow of charges in a conductor means the charges are flowing or the charges are moving in a conductor, correct? Flow of charges in a conductor means charges are flowing or charges are moving in a conductor. So rate of flow of charges. Rate of flow of charges means what? Here rate means time. Rate of flow of charges in a conductor. Flow of charges means moving of charges in a conductor. Rate means here what? Time. Rate of flow of charges in a conductor. Okay, this is the definition of the electric current. Okay. Now, this electric current we can indicate as a term is capital I. This electric current we can indicate as a term. What is that? Capital I. Okay. So here, I will explain this definition detail. This is the conductor. This one is the conductor. This conductor having electrons. This conductor having 2 electrons. Okay. So these 2 electrons having some amount of charge. These 2 electrons having some amount of charge. That is Q. This also having some amount of charge. This is also having some amount of charge. Q. Charge means we can indicate as a capital Q. Capital Q or small q. Charge we can denote the term as a Q. Okay. So flow of charges in a conductor. So these electrons having charges. These electrons having charges. These charges are flowing. These charges are flowing. Electrons are flowing means charges also flowing only, no? These are the electrons. Electrons having charges. Electrons are moving means charges also moving only, no? So flow of charges in a conductor. These charges are flowing this end of the conductor to this end. This end of the conductor to another end of the conductor. These electrons are flowing. And here to here. Rate of flow of charges means, rate of flow of charges in a conductor means how much time these 2 charges are flowing from here to here. How much time these 2 charges are flowing from one end of the conductor to another end. So this is the explanation about the definition. Rate of flow of charges means, rate means time. How much time flow of charges in a conductor. How much time these 2 charges are flowing in a conductor. Okay. So this is the conductor. This conductor having 2 electrons. The 2 electrons having charges Q. Okay. So these 2 charges are flowing one end of the conductor to another end. How much time these 2 charges are flowing? That is the time. In that time, particular time only, these 2 charges are reaching this end. Okay, so from this definition, I will write formula of the electric current. Please see, electric current I already told you we can denote as a term I. I is equal to, here I told you already, rate of flow of charges in a conductor means charges are flowing, correct, within some time, either 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 5 seconds, like that. So formula of electric current is I is equal to charge by time. Charge by time. Charge means we can denote as charge Q. Time means we can denote as small p. So this is the formula of electric current. This is the formula of electric current. I is equal to Q by T. Charge by time. Charge by time. Charge means Q. Time means T. I is equal to Q by T. This is the formula of the electric current. Okay. First suppose two electrons are flowing. This electron having some amount of charge and this electron having some amount of charge. So these two electrons are reaching this end to this end in 5 seconds. Within 5 seconds, these two electrons are reaching from here to here. What is the current? Current I is equal to charge. This electron having some amount of charge Q. This also having some amount of charge Q. Q plus Q, 2Q, by within 5 seconds it is reaching. These two electrons are reaching. So what? How much time? 5. So this is the electric current. We have to find by the use of this formula like this. Charge by time. Charge by time. Okay. No need to write this and all. Just for us understanding purpose only I told you. No need to write in your class notebooks. Just you can mention this definition and this formula. Okay. Now we should see SI unit of electric current. SI unit. SI unit of electric current is ampere. What is that? SI unit of electric current is ampere. Remember, ampere. SI unit of electric current is ampere. And one more unit also there. That is I is equal to Q by T, correct? I is equal to Q by T. So the units of SI units of charge is coulomb, and time units is seconds. Charge units is coulomb, time units is second. So ampere or coulomb, coulomb divided by time units, second. So either the units of the electric current is either ampere or coulomb per second. Either ampere or coulomb per second. These both are the units of the electric current I. Okay. Usually we have to write means what is ampere? What is electric current unit? Ampere. Just you can write usually electric current unit ampere. Is equal to coulomb. Charge units coulomb by time units seconds. So this is also, we can write like this also. Ampere is equal to coulomb by second. Ampere is equal to coulomb per second. Remember, from this formula only I wrote these units. From this formula only I wrote these units. What is the electric current units? Ampere. This is the standard unit. SI unit of the electric current is ampere. Okay. This is the one of the unit. Another units also there. What is that? I is equal to Q by T. That means this is the charge and this is the time. This having units coulomb, time having units second. So these both are in numerator and by denominator, correct? So numerator charge unit is coulomb, denominator charge time units is second. So what is the unit of electric current? Another unit means coulomb per second. Coulomb per second. Charge by time. Coulomb per second. Okay. So either we can write this one is correct and this is also correct only. From the formula I wrote like this. Electric current I units ampere is equal to okay. Charge units coulomb divided by time units seconds, so seconds. This is also correct, this is also correct and this is also correct. Okay, so this is the definition of the electric current and this is the formula of the electric current. These are the SI units of the electric current. Okay.